inverse of A might well be equal to A's
You were
expectation
talking
value, but
about
only if
science
the
under your breath.
coefficient
Do not
remains
lie to
constant
me.
and the
I can.
gravitational
I'm
constant
right
is
here. I'm
variable.
right here.
Will you just give me a
Emmett,
chance?
stop.
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Corleone.
Emmett, about
Don't
your...
say it.
Pet project.
Apply by the inversion of H has to come out less than expectation value.
Okay.
Right, no. What am I
Will you just give me
Let's
a
see.
chance?
Okay.
Harassment's a federal crime,
What other
Mr.
options do we have?
Corleone.
It's okay. It's okay. What are you doing now,
So,
and
Emmett,
when will you be finished?
What time are you through with work?
Depends. On weeknights, Pop sometimes keeps me in the office till 9.
9 at night? But today's Saturday.
Right. So I probably won't get off before 10.
You have a horrible life. I do not envy you.
How about you knock off work early and I'll buy you a beer or soda? What do you say?
Don't try to tempt me from my duty with sugary beverages. Keeping the wheels of justice turning, that's my one passion in life. Besides, if I left before 8, my pop would kill me.
Sounds like you're a little scared of your father.
Scared of my father? Pop is the most learned, just, incorruptible judge that Hill Valley has ever seen. The only people scared of Judge Brown are people with a dark secret to hide. And I don't have a dark secret to hide.
Oh, really? So you wouldn't happen to have the prototype for a rocket-powered drill hidden in your garage, which you're hiding from your father?
What's this important business you're up to?
It's a legal matter, very complicated, very abstruse. I need to obtain 5 sets of initials on every copy of this writ of indemnification before before Judge Brown can even think of granting a waiver to the party in the first part.
You have no idea what it's about, do you?
That's how important it is.
Actually, to be fair, if I didn't understand something to do with science, I would just go, this is complicated and very important, isn't it? Which, actually, I probably don't know enough about science to make that a very big list. Oh, damn. Okay. We're gonna have to...
Emmett, about
Don't
your...
say it.
Yeah, we're gonna go have to talk to old Doc Brown, future, current, present Doc Brown, from he's a little bit in the past because he is from 1985, probably. Yeah, he would be from 1985 because that's when all of the events from the movie happened. Oh, this way? Yes. I can't move. There we go. Perfect. Man, the controls for this are a little bit janky. It's a little hard to deal with.
Doc!
Marty, have you found my younger self yet?
Yes, but there's a problem. Which one do we go with?
Well, I met your younger self,
Great.
and I gotta say, you're kind of uptight.
What?
You won't even talk to me.
I find that hard to believe. Tell me what happened.
Hold on. Okay, which one? Which one do we go with? I feel like all of these are perfectly valid things to say to him, but I'm pretty sure Emmett says he's not a scientist is going to jog his memory the most. At least I hope it is.
I tried asking him about your rocket drill, but he says he's not a scientist.
What? What? Oh, Father.
What's he got to do with this?
In 1931, I was still deathly afraid of my father discovering the truth about my scientific predilections, so I carefully kept them under wraps, practicing science at odd hours, away from his prying eyes.
That sucks.
It sucked a lot. Fortunately, I eventually stood up to him, but right now, my younger self probably thinks you've been sent by my father to check up on me.
I wish you'd remembered this earlier. It would have made things so much better. Oh, okay. Yes, this one.
What do I do to convince Teen Doc that I'm not a spy?
I'm not sure.
What if I just brought him over to talk to you, and then you could convince him that you are the you from the future? Okay, yes, time-space continuum, paradoxes, and all of that jazz aside, we're trying to save your life here, after all.
Why does your younger self mutter all the time?
Muttering? Why would I be muttering? I never mutter unless... The Hill Valley Expo!
The expo?
Yes, the Expo! How could I have forgotten? In a few months, younger me will put on a demonstration at the Hill Valley Exposition, my first public foray into the world of science. Everyone in town will be there, including a number of noted inventors who shaped my career.
So, it was a big success?
No, It was a miserable failure, but it was a spectacularly miserable failure. One which marked my transition from an amateur garage scientist into a professional seeker of truth.
Okay, I'm not entirely sure how that happens. Usually if it's a spectacular failure, you regress, you go away from whatever that expo or that failure involved. I don't really feel like this is going to get us anywhere. So, yeah, this one.
What does this expo have to do with you muttering all the time?
When I was younger, I used to relieve stress by working on complex mathematical conundrums. No doubt my younger self is working on some impossible problem in an attempt to work off cerebral steam in the weeks before the exposition. What was I muttering about?
I don't know. H to the something with an inverse of something else. I'm not so good at equations.
That's too bad. I bet if we could solve my younger self's problem, he'd be more inclined to listen to you.
I feel like we're going to be doing a little bit of backtracking here. We're probably going to have
Let's talk about your younger self's problems later.
Okay, but don't forget we're on a bit of a deadline here.
Which is why I said we should have come back earlier. Anyway, we're probably going to have to go run over, talk to younger Emmett. Why can't we cross the road here? Why can't we jaywalk? It's the 1930s. Everybody jaywalks. Everybody jaywalks in this century. Okay. Actually, I should have said this decade. Ooh, perfect timing.
Impossible?
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Corleone.
Oh, darn. I was really hoping I would have just been... Can we... Oh, no. That was not the one.
Sounds like you're a little scared of your father.
Scared of my father? Pop is the most learned, just, incorruptible judge that Hill Valley has ever seen.
Skip this?
The only people scared of Judge Brown
Nope,
are
can't
people
skip
with
it.
a dark secret to hide. And I don't have a dark secret to hide.
Oh, fine, we have to ask about the rocket drill again.
Emmett, about
Don't
your...
say it.
Well, at least it's a quick way out. I'm just getting tired of asking him about the rocket drill, really. I guess we're going... Ooh. Where are we? Why are we not moving? Perfect. Nope, no, that way. Jeez, the transition's a little buggy, so... If the screen changes angles whilst you're running, it'll keep going in the same direction as the button you're pressing. So it makes things even more difficult, which is really frustrating, because you automatically want to change.
Doc!
Marty, how goes the escape
It's just a little janky is what I'm saying. Right. About your younger self. Where have you been? I actually want to know where you've been.
Where have you been all this time? I missed you.
I've missed you too, Marty. But I thought it was important to let you live your own life for a while, free from the insanity of time travel.
I gotta admit, it was nice to not have my family history blowing up in my face for a few months.
Besides, I've been busy raising my own unpredictable teenagers.
It's been that long? So Clara's still around? And you still have the kids? What about the DeLorean? You rebuilt the DeLorean? Oh, I have so many questions for you.
So how are Clara and the kids?
They're fine. Right now we're trying to decide where to send Jules and Vern to college. Clara prefers the 2020s, but I'm partial to the 1960s. We're planning on visiting you and Jennifer in 2011 soon.
Me and Jennifer? In 2011?
Oh, forget I said anything.
Surprise visit just ruined straight out of the bat. Where did the DeLorean come
Where'd
from?
the DeLorean come from? The last time I saw it had been smashed to pieces by a train.
It's a fantastic story. Do you remember when the DeLorean got struck by lightning in 1955?
Hard to forget.
Yeah?
Unbeknownst to either of us, the lightning produced a temporal duplicate of the time machine, one that was tossed 70 years into the future.
What?
I found out about it during a trip to 2025 and recovered it just in time to stop Griff Tannen from vandalizing the time stream.
Heavy. So that DeLorean...
It's for all intents and purposes the exact same machine as the original. Plus or minus little bells and whistles I've added over the years, of course.
Oh, that's fantastic. I would watch that movie. Make this a movie. Oh, you should have made it a movie years ago, really. Or at least make it its own game so that we can play as Doc Brown or something. Oh, I'm so excited and filled with nostalgia right now. Okay, what are you doing in 1931?
So, what were you doing in 1931 anyway?
Oh, nothing terribly exciting. Indulging in a little personal nostalgia, picking up a few rare out-of-print books to surprise Clara on her birthday, solving a historical mystery or two. The usual.
Usual? You lead a pretty unusual life, Doc.
It's an unusual universe, Marty.
Well, it's the usual for an unusual life. And I think that's perfectly awesome. What happened to the time display?
I hate to tell you, Doc, but your last time departed display is on the fritz.
It is? So how did you find me?
I found one of Edna Strickland's shoes in the DeLorean.
How did one of her shoes get in the DeLorean?
Einstein took it from her.
He did? How strange. Heidi almost never attacks people. Not without a good reason, anyway.
I'm telling you, Edna is the one who burnt down the speakeasy and is framing Doc Brown. And, I hope we go back and she doesn't exist because she's the one who's been shot down. I know that's really dark of me to say, but I don't like her. I don't like her if she frames my friends. And by friends, I mean virtual people that I have no idea about. Okay. What are you doing in jail? I guess we can wait.
I hate to tell you, Doc,
never
but your
mind.
last time departed display is on the
No,
fritz.
click, skip,
It is?
next.
So how did you find me?
I found one of Edna
How do we
Strickland's
skip?
shoes in the DeLorean.
How did one of her shoes get in the DeLorean?
Einstein took
Darn,
it from
I
her.
can't skip.
He did? How strange. Heidi almost never attacks people. Not without a good reason, anyway.
Okay, so what are you doing in jail?
How'd you wind up in jail in 1931 anyway?
During my trip to the past, I decided to look into one of Hill Valley's unsolved mysteries.
The fire at the speakeasy.
Exactly. I thought I was safely hidden across the street. But when the fire started, there was a tremendous explosion, and I was knocked unconscious by a stray brick. When I woke up, I was here in jail, charged with arson.
That's horrible.
I know. Worse yet, I still don't know who started the fire.
Huh. I've just considered, oh my, there are so many about these. Or there's so many of these. Found your notebook.
I know this really isn't the right time or place, but I found your notebook.
Ah, so that's where I left it. Why'd you bring it here?
Because the bank's selling off all your stuff.
They can't do that.
That's what I keep trying to tell them.
Well, you hold on to it for safekeeping. We'll deal with my financial situation in 1986 after we save me from a grisly death in 1931.
Yeah, Doc, this is what happens when you up and leave your life for a year. I know it's probably been several years. Actually, wow, yeah, your kids are teenagers now. So it has, mind blown. Let's move on to some of the other things about Kid Tannen.
What's the story with this kid Tannen jerk anyway?
Biff's father? By this time next year, he'll be pulling down a life sentence in San Quentin. There was even a song about it.
Wait, if Biff will be born in 1938, and Kid will be in prison,
As I recall, he escaped from prison in 1937 for about 3 hours.
that's a busy 3 hours.
No kidding.
Huh, Kid Tannen, kidding. Oh, that's terrible. That is terrible. I do so apologize.
What do you know about Edna Strickland?
Edna, we never really socialized when I was younger. She was a few years older than me, and we traveled in different socioeconomic circles. Why do you ask?
She thinks you're a hero for burning down that speakeasy. She's doing a story on you.
A story? Oh, yes, now I remember. Ask Edna, the etiquette column that doubled as a pro-temperance soapbox. She believed that the consumption of alcohol would inevitably lead to a complete societal breakdown.
Sounds like a fun gal.
You should have seen her when the hippies started showing up in the 60s. She just about lost her mind.
That would explain a lot.
Please tell me we get to see her in the 60s. There are 5 whole episodes. We need to go see her in the 60s. I need to see this. You don't understand. Okay, so, I guess, yeah, we haven't asked about this.
Guess who I bumped into at the soup kitchen? My grandfather.
No!
Don't worry, I didn't talk to him or change his future or anything.
Good.
I wish I could, though. This era's Tannen is treating him like dirt.
Don't worry. If history plays out as it's supposed to, he'll soon be out from under Kit Tannen's thumb and free to live out his life as a humble accountant with your grandma. What was her name again?
Sylvia.
Right, Sylvia.
I am curious. I do wonder if it was Marty's grandfather. Why am I saying our? I need to stop doing that. I wonder if it was Marty's grandfather that set the fire. It's either Marty's grandfather or it was Edna. I'm leaning more towards Edna. I have a gut feeling about this, but I'm putting some eggs in the basket of Marty's grandfather. About your younger self. We have more questions.
I'm still not making any headway with your younger self, Doc.
Really?
I still can't figure out what your younger self is muttering about.
Blast! If only I could hear him myself.
Interesting. That seems like a really good idea.
You know, your younger self seems really dedicated to the law.
It's a facade, I assure you. I had to keep up appearances to appease my father.
Okay, never mind. I was hoping there would have been some way to lure him over here under that question, but I guess not. So yes, we need to lure him over here
Let's
somehow.
talk about your younger self's problems later.
Okay, but don't forget we're on a bit of a deadline here.
Don't worry, I know we're on a deadline. Actually, we've got a fair amount of time. And okay, never mind. The sun's actually setting, or at least it looks like it's golden hour right now. So we just need to find Emmett, and then somehow lure him over to that particular window. Oh, damn it! No, come back, over here. No, that way. Just wait for him to come out. Why are you just walking from the law offices to the courthouse constantly? You have nothing to do right now, do you? No, stop, no, there he is, there, no!
No. Or do we take H's step?
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Corleone.
Emmett, about
Don't
your...
say it.
Okay, so we need to somehow lure him over. Maybe if we go inside the police station and ask the police to call over Emmett Brown. The young Emmett Brown. That seems like a perfectly valid... Oh, wrong button. Perfectly valid technique.
Who are you and what do you want?
Can I talk to, Carl Sagan?
Are you his lawyer?
No.
Then scram.
Huh. I don't know why, but I was under the impression they would be a lot more friendly. Now I'm slightly stuck, if I'm honest. Because we can't talk to Emmett. We might be able to go in here. I suppose the other option would be to go into the courthouse and somehow...
I better not. Those lawyers sound kind of nasty.
Bank doors... Speakeasy ruins...
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Corleone.
Emmett, about
Don't
your...
say it.
I feel like this should be a fairly straightforward problem. Unless... Hold on. Inventory... What have we got? Klondike, previous item... Doc's notebook... Picture of George McFly. I don't really know what use this is.
I love my dad and grandpa, but I'm kind of happy I get my looks from Mom.
Yeah, you probably would be. I mean, we could? No, I don't... It's future technology, though, so it might persuade him. Okay, where is he? He's probably walked up. No, there he is.
Don't think, Emmett,
Oh, that's a
think.
good idea.
H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A. Oh.
He has no idea what I was doing. It's fine. He doesn't know what a tape recorder is. Pretty sure he shouldn't know what a tape recorder is. Well, okay. He probably does, but not a tape recorder like that. Not a tape recorder that's that freaking tiny. He thinks I'm just walking around holding something in my hand. Maybe assassinating him with a brick. Oh. Okay, that's probably not a good image. Let's shy away from that idea.
Psst, Doc!
There we go. Yeah, I was going to use the tape recorder as future technology to say, hey, I'm a scientist and I invented this, not the completely logical choice of recording the audio.